Hi, I'm Sarah Michal. I graduated from Westminster Choir College in 2015 with a master's degree in sacred music and an emphasis in choral conducting. I now serve as the Director of Music Ministries at Morristown United Methodist Church in northern New Jersey, and also I'm the Artistic Director of the New Jersey Gay Men's Chorus. I first came to Westminster Choir College in 2010. I was a participant in the Summer Chamber Choir Festival. And I will never forget how exciting it was to get to make music at a high level, to move very quickly, and then to get to give a performance of our Mozart Requiem at the end of the week. It was very musically fulfilling, but personally fulfilling and spiritually fulfilling as well. After that, I decided that's it. Westminster's it for me. That's where I'm going. It took me a little bit to get everything together to apply and to be accepted, but I started my program in the fall of 2013. I was lucky enough to get into both the Westminster Choir, which is the college's premier touring ensemble, and I also got into Westminster Cantori, which is the choir that specializes in early music. While I was a student, I also got to sing in symphonic choir, which is the academic choir for upperclassmen and graduate students. And of course, I also sang in Master Singers, which is a lab choir made up of all the conducting students. And we would take turns putting together programs and performing, and all singing for each other. While I was a student, I got to perform a number of what I would call mountaintop experiences, once-in-a-lifetime pieces, like Beethoven's Ninth, Handel's Messiah without any cuts at all, Monteverdi Vespers of 1610, John Adams' El Niño, the Christopher Rouse Requiem, the Bach St. Matthew Passion, and all of the double choir motets, the Brahms Requiem, the Handel Dixit Dominus, and so much more. And we also got to perform with incredible orchestras, chiefly the New York Philharmonic with Maestro Alan Gilbert and a host of guest conductors, and the Philadelphia Orchestra with Maestro Yannick Nézet-Séguin. We're all huge Yannick fans at Westminster Choir College. What I'm trying to say is it was worth uprooting my life. I was born and raised in Central California and moved across the country to be a graduate student at Westminster Choir College, and I've never looked back. It's been one of the greatest decisions of my life to be a Westminster student. But my favorite part about being a Westminster Choir College student, of course, was all the performances, but more importantly, the people that I got to know while I was there. The faculty, of course. I love all of the faculty in the conducting department and especially the sacred music department. But even more than that, my colleagues and friends, my fellow students, became and still are my greatest resource here out as a working musician. Especially my cohort of sacred music graduate students. But I'm still close with a lot of my fellow classmates. We work together, we're in the community together, we refer each other for different gigs, we call each other up for repertoire, advice, to help us with a translation or just to stay sane. And we all love coming back to campus for workshops and for commencement and for different events throughout the year. The feeling on campus is really supportive, it's not competitive. And I think that the campus really draws that type of person to the campus. Everyone really wants everyone else to do well. And it turns out I really thrived in that environment. If you take the pressure off of yourself to compare yourself to others, and instead are encouraged by everyone around you, turns out a lot of people really do well in that environment. And there's really nothing else like that I've experienced. All throughout my academic career, I had a hard time deciding what I wanted to focus on. A lot of times you have to choose, are you a performer or are you an educator? What type of music do you want to teach? What age level do you want to teach? And I really resisted making those kinds of binary decisions and instead got into every group that I could and performed as much as I could. And trusting those instincts have really served me well as a working musician. Your college and graduate school experience should really fill you up with great training and mountaintop experiences so that you can help create those experiences for your singers, and so that you can be a beacon of light for others. All of us are musicians, educators, scholars, performers. Westminster Choir College did that for me, and I hope that it can do it for you too.